Act 1, Scene 4. Elkhorn Mine. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? I'm okay. I've got you. You're alright. Shit, your leg is pinned. I'm going to pull you out. We have to get out of here. There you go. Okay, are you hurt? Can you put the weight on that leg? Fine. Just try to stand up. Careful. I'm right here. Damn, don't worry. I've got you. That leg is in bad shape. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Okay, there's some luck, right? We should be able to ride this tram right out of the auxiliary exits, if there are any. I think there are. We'll just find the exit, then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. The controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. What's up, Smokey? Oh, here we are. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself. This whole branch was underwater last I heard. Is it safe? I guess so. Looks like they finally drained it. Or maybe it just drained off on its own. I'll probably finish this, seed. Oh. Oh, I'm tired. I got a little bit of work I want to do before I go to bed, and I have to be up early because we're getting our Christmas tree tomorrow, and I am dead beat tired. But there was gossip too. The trapped miners couldn't get the pumps going because the power was rationed, so they shut all the lights off, but even then it wasn't enough. So I guess it was dark when they... We all lost people down here. Well, not all of us, but most of us. Doesn't matter now. Look, this old turntable is still wired up. The controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch tracks. If the water hasn't damaged it too much, or we can just keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging around the turntable is from the company's storage as junk, you know. The miners would buy it and use it to decorate the place. Or as landmarks, I guess. Hard to know which is which down here. It's all so dim and gray. Shannon connects two clips leads from her signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. We're on the track between the animal bones and the rowboat, so... Pendulum in the casket. The bat feeder and the scarecrow. Oh, you're up early? Oh yeah, you are. I've been staying up so late and just not sleeping. Let's do the pendulum in the casket. Really? Very good. It's very nice. I wanted to go cheap, but I wanted to go big, and this was the cheapest big one that I could find. I was looking at ones with pictures, but then Jenna pointed out that that most of that time that stuff's going to get covered up. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. What I wanted to do is put a custom image on there, get like just a black one like this, and then instead of it saying Aki in the corner, just putting like my logo there. That would have been cool. A dusty reel-to-reel tape player is stashed beneath the track, loaded with tape but starved for power. Oh, I see. I didn't realize that they had a keyboard as well. Looks like we're backing it up. My old mouse pad was gray and the top was peeling off and it was stained, and my mouse was for some reason having issues with it, so I switched away. So I figured I'd better get a new one. I don't even remember where I got it originally. I got it secondhand, so I think it was a mess when I got it. Tracks are all messed up here. This tram isn't going any further. I wonder what's down that tunnel. Doesn't matter, we can't go down there. Alright, so we already did the pendulum and the casket. So let's go back to the animal bones and the rowboat. I'm glad that you came in, actually, because like I said, I'm tired, and this is like a very like relaxed game. Like I'm not with like Shatter or Steriden where I have to like be mashing buttons at all times. This got boring for you? That's likely to happen for me. But it's pretty short. It's not really hard, so I'll probably finish it. I like the art style. Very simplistic. Simplistic art and minimal art just really like always just feel good to me. As we're exiting. Thank God. Okay, let's go. Let's poke around down here a bit more first. I poked around down there. There's not much that I can do. Okay, I just that tunnel where the tracks were broken. I'd like to take a look down there. Sure, okay. I'll be right here. Okay, let's see. Decided to finish repairing headphones with hot glue. I needed some resistance when you plugged in the USB, so I needed to hold it in place. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I was looking on like Lifehacker, and there was like a bunch of look at all these helmets. This is not right. There was like 100 like Christmas deals or something like that. This guy was supposed to wait. Instead, he hobbled his way back out here. Ripped the left speaker off. So then I had to resolder that back 2 wires. Hey stranger, I didn't think you were coming back. Did you find what you were looking for? I closed the headset. Nope. Too much glue. It won't close. Oh. So then I had to shave off the glue off the top. How'd you do that? Did you actually use a razor blade? Oh, you finally done. Yeah, maybe. Look, we're not going to talk about that anymore, okay? Sorry. Fair enough. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's slow. Well, I'll try to get not to get too far ahead of you. You don't mind me hitching a ride, do you? I kind of got a lift out here and wasn't sure if when I'd be heading back I could drive. Yeah, maybe that's best. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. Still need to find the 0. I guess I should look for another route to Dogwood Drive. Well, it's like I told you, Weaver doesn't lie. She sent you here to find your on-ramp. This is where you should be looking, or maybe you just weren't listening closely enough. That's not exactly what she said. Knife and nail file. Very good. I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan, right at Wax and Panoia, in the back of the bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head to first, just let me know. Well, she wasn't at... What's this? I mean, she wasn't there at the farmhouse when I left, so I figured that she's probably going to be... It's time to go. Yeah, so let's go up to the bait shop. What are we looking for? Noya and Wax Road. Well, where are these places at? Marquez Farmhouse. I've been really enjoying the new map on PUBG. It's really nice. The vaulting feels really good. It can be a little tad smoother, I think, but for the most part, it's pretty good. You guys gonna continue? The new lobby looks really nice too. Nobody buried there, just decorative, I guess. Or it's art or something, I don't know. Decorative graveyard. I used to think that was for my parents. Now I don't know. Which one? This is where she was. Yeah, it makes sense. This was where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, and had this place built. Do you have any debts? Never really had any collateral. Something to be said for that, I guess. My parents were like that until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers, and for my mom, it was canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too, a lot of it, all tuition. You know what I like about the new kind of layout is the when you're moving with the compass, when you're like moving and the compass is like pointing at the direction, when you're in between like the main lines, it gives you a number. Just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Till tonight. Someone else told me to come here and talk to her. She seemed really focused on that old TV. Were you happy to see her? Well, this is a damn antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Say, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like all the dials are all corroded and the screen is leaking Light a bit. Come on. I bet Lisette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall apart. Fall into despair. I guess we're going to work on the TV now. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Looks like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. Ah. That's okay, I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that oughta... Should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything? Damn. Okay, here, I think the contacts are dirty. I don't get telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just gotta turn it north, south, and... That's Route 0. Yeah, I'm about to end the stream if this is the end of the scene. Yeah, see, that's end of Act 1, so I'm done here. I'm gonna end the stream. I gotta be up tomorrow, and there's a couple little graphics that I want to make for stream and stuff, so I'm gonna do that. Attention, Lula Chamberlain, your application. I'm gonna do that before I go to bed. Thank you for your application to the Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture Annual Fellowship. We received a record number of applications this year, over 100 in total, and regrettably we can award only one fellowship position per year. As you know, our review process includes a multiple blind community analysis of portfolio submissions, as well as a careful review by a panel of subject matter experts on each applicant's nobility and relevance in the field. We must be extremely selective in our process so as to maintain the standards we have established over our 35 years in operation. Our panel did not select your application. We encourage you to consider reapplying next year. Many young artists and architects reapply for a few successive years before being accepted. Sincerely, Dr. Carl Stone Norden, Architect, Gaston Trust for Imagined Architects, GTIA. Below the printed text is a hastily handwritten note. Sorry for the condescending form letter. Love your work. Unfortunately, I just do the mail here. Your OPBT SVT Robert. Lula folds it up and puts it in her handbag. Lula opens a folder on a desk labeled proposals. Lula sorts through documents, all printed on a fading letterhead reading Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Site, hospital, proposed use, auto dealership. Proposal 2, site, distillery, proposed use, graveyard. Proposal number 3, site, baseball court, proposed use, kennel. View proposal 1, hospital closed due to repeated sanitation violations, auto dealership sanitation requirements completely lax. Small operating room could be repurposed into offices. Large cubicle-style administrative offices could be repurposed into showrooms. Lula stamps the proposal. Endorsed. Opposed. Endorsed. Site. Proposal number 2. Site, distillery, proposed use, graveyard. Reviews proposal 2. Distillery still active, but scaling down operation to less than half of site. Distillery built on top of graveyard originally. Hybrid distillery graveyard could share resources. Chapel once repurposed into bottling facility could be repurposed into chapel. Endorsed. Rick clears his throat. Busy? It's not important. Buried. How are you? Rick. I'm gonna say buried. Yikes. Hey Lula. Did you get my note about the office party? I'm going stag. About the proposal, I just finished them. Oh yeah, I didn't mean, hey, I'm probably not going anyway. Lots to do, you know, a lot of new drafts, so how did your application go? I was in the mailroom and saw you got a letter back. Sorry, I don't mean to pry, I just saw. It's fine, Rick. I'm not going anywhere. How's your goldfish? Act 2, Scene 1. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Alright, we're going to end it here. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, please click the circle in the middle to subscribe. The rectangle on your left is another video. The rectangle on your right is a playlist of other videos that you may enjoy. Thanks again. Peace.